Right. So this is the program where the challenge is the challenge number 4. Right, it's a program that accepts the names and marks of 5 students, and then displays all of them names as well as marks. Right. So here we include something else that we didn't include in the previous program, which is I/O manipulation. Right. Because we're going to manipulate by putting the set width. Right. So to be able to use this function, we need to include I/O manipulation. Right. Then we continue our program as normal. We declare 2 arrays. One is an integer array for the marks, and then another one is the student string array for the names of the students. And then we set 2 things. One is the counter. Actually, we don't need the choice. Right. I didn't delete this from the previous program. Right. So we didn't need the choice because the user will not be giving any choices, right? Will not be making any choices, sorry. Right? So first and foremost is we get to input the names of the student. Right? Please give name for student 1 and so on and so forth. Right? So I made use of getLine because if I use the normal input, C input, right, I will only get the first word, and I don't want that. Right? So I want to get the full string. Let's say surname, middle name, whatever. I want to get the full string, so I'm using getLine instead. So everything in the line will then be keyed in, will be committed to the string array. Right. Next up is a regular kind of input. We did this before, right? Just get all the marks for the respective students, 1 until 5 in this case. Right. So we input it to the marks 0 until marks 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. And then same practice here. We are actually using counter plus 1 because we don't want the user to feel weird when we ask please give marks for student 0 and so on. Right. And then with regards to the output, this is where we played around with aesthetics a bit. We make use of left and right. Right. Left here is left alignment. That means we want everything to be left aligned, and we set the width at 25 for the student name. Right. And then the second part is the marks. We set the width at 10 because no one is getting more marks than 2-digit marks, maybe 3-digit. Right. And we set it at right because it makes sense for numbers to be right aligned. Right. So, and also this gives us a bit more space in between, just in case we have a name which is longer than 25 characters worth. Right. So here, next line, and then same thing, left align and set width at 25, and then we display the names of the students one by one, and then right align for the count for the marks of the students. Right. So we'll see how that runs. I have a few which is longer than so we can push the 25 boundary. Right. So if you want, every now and then you can in between the student name and the student marks, maybe you want to add a space or something so that it's not too close like this. Right. So this is how it's going to be displayed. Right. So again, with regards to aesthetics, you can add a few things here and there. You can add something like that, just for aesthetics purpose. Right. Suffix motifs might have something like this. Oopsie. Again, missing the semicolon. This is going to look like. This is a report and so on. So we have a little bit of segmentation here, which can be aesthetically pleasing to the user, right? And that's all for that challenge number 4. We can now carry on with the last challenge.